One. Hey!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time again. We're recording in the city of Whittier. It's the Brothers Bear Podcast live. Thank you.
What'd you do, Taylor Swift? You're all like that?
Yeah. I didn't want to go too you know what I meant.
Well, when you move back, I don't think anybody can hear you.
I don't care. I'm playing Pokemon.
Pokemon. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Carlos says
Pokemon out.
I am, man.
That's cool.
Thank you, Netflix.
Yeah,
Thank
I know.
you for bringing back my childhood.
Sweet memories.
No, it's really good.
Yeah.
But enough about that.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's episode 76. Yeah, episode 76. We have a special episode today. We are doing a lot of important stuff. It all came from a story I read, but before obviously we get all into that, we are joined by a guest. Introduce yourself, sir. Oh, and you have to get close and speak to the mic.
Oh, sorry about that.
No worries.
Well, my name is David Reese, and I'm here as a representative of apparently the Brony community.
There you go. Yeah.
Brony.
Bronies, yeah. I honestly, I don't know much, and I can guarantee a lot of people don't. I know there are fans out there of our fans that watch. They are, but there's many of us that have no idea. And we always hear negative stuff about it. I mean, it really what happened was what really came out was I heard a story about what was his name, Bruce Wayne, right? It was something because it's mixed with like Batman. Like seriously, the kid's name is like has
Wayne Bruce.
Wayne Bruce or something like that. I know. What's okay? Let's see, Brony backpack.
Yeah, I don't think his name was Bruce.
It's some. Oh, I really want to.
Batman was into bronies. I'm pretty sure it would be okay for a lot of people. It's like, oh wait, Batman's into it. I'm alright with it now.
I think.
I'll look for it in a bit, but it was this little boy who was bullied for having a My Little Pony backpack, and it sucked that he was being bullied for it. And the thing was that I think Grayson Bruce, there you go, Dick Grayson, Bruce Wayne. It's a mixture of Batman. So there you go. So it's both, But anyways, that's why I thought it's like, all right, he's named after two awesome characters, Dick Grayson, Bruce Wayne.
Unintentionally, but yes.
Yeah. Hold on, I can't even hear you guys. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Anyways, but the thing was that the huge issue that happened with this was that the school told him, don't bring your backpack. Like he's going to the school and saying like, being bullied, having issues, and their way to resolve it was not like, all right, we'll get to the bottom of this. We'll get these students. We'll suspend them or this and that. No, it's just don't bring your backpack. They're basically blaming him, telling him like, the reason you're getting picked on is because of your backpack. Don't bring it to school. And it's just like that. That story. I was like, oh, that's it
just seems lazy to me.
Pretty much.
I'm like, just do that, dude. So we don't have to do anything else.
To be honest, though, when I read the article, it also reminded me of the bully documentary.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Because I mean, that was one thing I remember. Yeah, I reviewed it a long while back. Did I review that in the studio, or was that when we were?
No, we were at the house at the time.
I don't remember what episode it is, but I did a full review of that documentary. But still, I remember when watching it, a lot. I mean, it was a hard watch because I really felt really sentimental for these kids. But on top of that, I had so much anger with a lot of the people in it. Mm-hmm. And I don't mean like anger, but it was these ignorant people. Like one of them was the principal. And I remember her, like how dumb she was, like her answers to like why this is happening. And she's like, they're like, I remember one of her responses was, it's just them being kids, let them be. It's like, no. Like, and then it was just like, I remember she has the bully and then she has the kid. And it's like, say sorry to him. It's like, see, as long as you get him to say sorry, then it's all resolved. Like, no, he's doing it because he's in front of you. Outside of, like, once it's just going to go back to square one. But there was a lot that she was just, man. Yeah, that movie, that documentary really got me mad and sad. And I'm going to start crying right now.
So there's, for some reason, it's like, when it comes to like My Little Pony, it gets a lot of crap. Like me, it's like I'm an adult male, but like if I talk about I love I'll just say, I mean, I haven't even watched, but let's just say I watch Adventure Time. I'm not gonna get any crap for it. Hey, I love the Batman animated series. I actually do. I'm not gonna get any crap for it. But if I were to say, oh, I love My Little Pony, right away they're like, what the hell's wrong with
a
you?
perfect example. Anything that is displayed and
4 girl audiences,
wait, what?
4 female audiences.
Oh yeah, that, and also too, anything that like an adult is into that's being sold at Hot Topic is okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because that's the way I think about it. I mean, Hot Topic is like the merch. I mean, at middle school when I remember that was the place to go. Like when you wanted to get anything. At that time, Invader Zim was the biggest thing.
Yeah,
Or still is. But I mean, yeah, that's where you wanted to get any of your pop culture cartoon or anything like that. When Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends came out, that was like the place to get all your stuff. Well, anything you wanted from Mac or Blue, that was all there, you know. And to this day, it still is, you know.
but well, I mean, they sell My Little Pony there, but you still get made fun of.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying a lot of like if you're talking about like if you're talking about like going into Adventure Time, you know.
I don't know where he's. Well, no. I was just referencing the fact that like, I mean, all right. To our guests that we have here in studio, you're the perfect prime example. Have you had that issue where like people know, like you have bracelets, you have of
a shirt,
and you actually have a shirt. So you've been out and about in public. Have you heard any negative remarks because you are not a child, you are an adult, and you're male, and you like the show? Do you get any negative feedback from people who just are right, like because it's like a girl show?
Well, I do get some negative looks. I'm not gonna lie. There have been small remarks that I can not like to my face because I am an adult. Because I guess they don't want to confront me, but they do like end up like whispering under their breath.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you get the normal thing of is he gay? Is he just into it because he likes little kids? That's probably one of the main ones, a lot negative things that you hear from this community. And mostly just pretty much all those. I have heard there's some on to me I have read when I first started, but at the moment I don't even pay any mind anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't bother you, and
No.
I guess it's more so like what sucks is it's easier as an adult to be a fan of it because it's easy just to get away from it.
Right.
But where as a child, that's probably like the hardest thing because that's why this child. And there was another one that you sent me a news story.
Yes, Michael Morse. I think that was the name of the small child that was made fun of at his school, and he ended up trying to take his own life.
Yeah. All
Well-
because he was bullied for liking a show. Something
Right.
It's like, he was punished like by others because he enjoyed something.
Something that a show that's meant to do what it needs to do, and that's entertain.
Yeah. And he was punished by others for that. And then that's what sucks. And it was so hard on him that he ended up trying to take his life. And now, isn't that the brony community that came in or like are actually helping, like because I saw it's a donation page.
Yeah,
where,
there's a donation page, and they have raised up, I think, more than $4,000 to $7,000 for him, and it's still growing.
Yeah.
And right now he is recovering,
Mm-hmm.
and he's still has a long way to go. But I think from right now he does have a small brain damage.
Yeah, I read that he
So-
actually they showed like the updates of all the news stories. He actually had finally woken up.
Yes.
Like he'd been in a coma for the longest time, but though he has woken up, and it's just sad that
He has a long road to cover right now.
yeah, and then he went through this just because a bunch of other kids didn't clearly understand. They're just like, oh, that's a girl show, man. Like I said, there's a fan on here where she mentioned her son is a fan of My Little Pony, but he's a closet My Little Pony fan. And there's a lot of closet My Little Pony fans. And it's like, it's sad that it's for some reason, it has to be this show. There's so many other shows out there where there's no one afraid to mention that, hey, I'm a fan of it. But the moment you mention you're a fan of this show, fear is just like, you have to be afraid. It's like, I don't understand it. It's like, it's weird. That's the one thing, like, why I really wanted to talk about this, because it makes honestly no sense why out of every show out there that's a cartoon or whatever, why this one? And you made it perfectly clear. Powerpuff Girls. It was a cartoon show. It was girls. It was for girls, yet it was huge with males, and no one ever said anything about it. I was a fan when the Powerpuff Girls were out.
I'm still a fan of it. When it was on Netflix, I was watching it. Me and my girlfriend were watching it recently too.
Yeah, and you're not gonna get crap like, oh, I like the Powerpuff Girls. Nobody cares. No one gives you crap. But for some, that's always the excuse. I don't understand. It's a girl. It's a show for girls. You know, it's weird that an adult male would like it. But why don't they say that about Powerpuff Girls? It's the exact same thing. Why is it? Because originally the old cartoon show was for girls. They had the dolls in the 80s. Yeah, that was for girls.
Right.
And is it because you can't separate the two? That obviously it's a reboot and it's done differently. It's actually like they have jokes in there that kids wouldn't even get. So, but yet because it's related to that original, maybe that's why.
There is have that. Yeah, just because of the name, they still pretty much go back. That they don't go into this generation. It'll be Generation 4.
Yeah.
They still try to go back and put into Generation 1, Generation 2, or 3, because those are more targeted for girls, and most of the episodes are just driven that way.
Yeah.
But I guess mostly just because it's just that title, My Little Pony.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's right away. You know, even though the other one's like, you know, Powerpuff Girls is in the title. I guess it's like they're superheroes, so you could get away with it. But because they're horses, ponies, right away
Yeah,
it's
just
like
the term ponies is what's like.
I think that puts the you know.
I mean, I'm gonna get more into it later, but I did see the Bronies documentary earlier today. That I actually been wanting to see this ever since it actually got posted on Netflix. But then since today we're gonna be talking about it, I figured let me get it out of the way. We'll actually watch the documentary.
Yeah.
And when watching it, I don't know. This is I've never seen the show. I've never seen an episode. I've known about it, especially through the Tumblr space world, because that's where it's really big within that community.
That's how mostly this whole community started.
And one thing I noticed.
All right. Well, we're going to break. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, on Brothers Bear Podcast Live.
Hey, where you going? The Brothers Bear Podcast will be right back. No, seriously, where you going? Come back. Please.
Number one.
Is that a stutter or as high as you can count?
I was ordering number one.
Everybody's asking for number one.
Great, another fancy bottle.
These guys are true artists. Never compromise integrity. They make tequila
Come
old
on.
fashioned. Never mass produced.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying have the number one. Anything less is number two. Number one, tequila.
Hey, bro, this is a good game. You know what would make it better?
What, bro?
A michelada.
A michelada? What's a michelada?
A michelada is somewhere in the middle of a Mexican Bloody Mary and a Mexican margarita.
Oh, I got you covered, bro.
You got a cup in your pocket?
No, sir. I got my pocket-sized michelada. Mucho macho michelada.
Pocket size?
Pocket size, so you can take it with you anywhere you go.
Where'd you get that at?
At the nearest convenience store, and you can also buy it at muchomachomichelada.com.
You know what will make it better? After we get drunk, if they had a line we could call.
We can call their drunk line. You can leave a message and then log on to the site and listen to your stupidity afterwards.
What's that number?
It's 855-MICHE-69.
What's that number again?
855-MICHE-69.
Awesome. Mucho macho michelada.
What's wrong? I can't stop craving a cigarette. I just quit. Hey, what are you smoking on?
Oh, this? Best e-juice on the planet. Burst of flavor, of course.
What's that?
Only the best alternative to smoking with a great flavor. It has a burst of flavor in every puff.
Well, does it have nicotine?
It comes in different levels, including 0. They have 20 flavors and more coming. All the products are made in the U.S. Check them out at www.burstoflavor.com or call them at 855-WE-BURST.
Hey, let's burst together.
It's not just flavor, it's an experience. Cigarettes, you've met your match.
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home. At AJR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AJR & Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-882-1976. Or you can log on to www.agrrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español.
comics, movies, TV, video games, cartoons, stand-up,
and many more geeky things.
This is the Brothers Bear Podcast
live.
I know one was actually referenced.
My thumb got stuck.
Yeah.
All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, during our break, we are learning so much about My Little Pony. Friendship is magic. The one thing that it's like, okay, because like I said, what for people who don't understand, who had never watched the episode right away, like I said, it's like, oh, a grown man likes My Little Pony. Why? That's so weird. That's so stupid, or that that's sick. But the thing is, it's like when I talking about it, reading about it right now. I don't even think it's for kids, like little girls, like meaning like not saying, oh, it's adult theme, like it's so mature. No. There's so much. There's so much.
like, oh my god, why am I watching this?
There's so much humor. Like, look at Stephen Wright has a pony. Like it's Stephen Wright, and he's a.
I don't even know.
He's a comedian. He's a stand-up comic that no little girl would know. Okay, and
Weird Al was in an episode.
Yes,
right?
Weird Al was one. He played one pony called Cheese Sandwich.
Cheese Sandwich?
I think it was on what IGN posted that he was going to be on an episode of My Little Pony.
Really?
Yeah.
Right here, even one right here. I'm reading an article on the 10 nerdiest Easter eggs in My Little Pony, and right here, there's one where they do a reference to the Terminator. Terminator 2 is referenced. They do that. There's also the Star Trek: The Next Generation. You said Q, someone that acts exactly like Q.
Yes, and the funny thing is that it's also the voice and the actor that does Q is also the voice for the character Discord.
I don't know who Discord is, but you're saying that it's like that. That's
from what I learned from the documentary. He's one of the biggest popular characters of the show, right?
He's supposed to be one. He was one of the villains how he started out. But they ended up reforming him in the show. But he has still a trickster persona, so you cannot really tell if he's.
You always love that, man.
Yeah, if he's gonna be doing good or bad.
Oh, okay.
Look, it says right here. It's like you'll find lots of references to everything from Looney Tunes to The Simpsons. And one of the most obvious though is their love for Spamco, the creators. I know I read the name wrong, but the creators of Ren and Stimpy. The first reference that was made was in the style, and that's when what label did we name the one with the horse, the image of the horse, so we could show it on the screen. Where's the white horse where he's all crazy, so I could tell him what letter.
That was the one that has a 3 of them.
No, but what was the number that I gave you, like letter?
I can't.
Because I totally forgot to drag and drop the file into my, so I don't even know. But it's a white horse that looks all buff in the. Yeah, there you go. There. Oh, thank you, Arvin. What letter was that? B. All right, cool. Letter B. Okay, there we go. All right, perfect. So letter B. So right here, it's in the style. Remember, who was the horse in Ren and Stimpy? Remember where it's like, no, sir, I don't like it. When they would ask him, remember? Like, there's the episode. It's the Firehouse episode where Ren and Stimpy they're playing fire, and he jumps from the building and he lands in his legs. He's like, ah! And he's like, you just fell 40 stories from a floor. How does it feel? And he's like, no, sir, I don't like. I always love that. And yeah.
It was like one of the first episodes.
Yeah, dude, early Ren and Stimpy, and they're huge fans of it. Again, no little girl who's 5, 6, 7 years old is even gonna know that.
What I was gonna say earlier before the time ran out. All right, how many ponies are there? Well, I mean,
there are the original main characters.
6.
Like the main are just 6.
Right? What are the each thing
characteristics?
I know each one of them used to have something called the element of harmony. That's where they represented each one.
And then they
ended up giving it up. No,
what is all right? So you said harmony is one of them.
No, the elements of harmony was the whole group together. But they were made out of laughter, loyalty, happiness, generosity, and honesty. Okay. And the last one was magic. Was supposed to be represent friendship.
So when they all put together, they bring out that last one, right?
They bring out the all as a group.
Super Saiyan.
Okay, so when I was watching the documentary, what did that remind me? Captain Planet.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That was the way I put it. It's like, all right, see? All right, we and you on the same
Oh, wait,
page.
so you saw the...
Pony style, though, right?
Yeah.
So, Shreddy, you saw the movie?
No, I haven't seen
it. Okay, I thought you did. So it is, it's like, he's like, hi! Wind, fire, you know, and all
But
that.
they don't really say it in the.
Well, I mean, they don't say it,
But it's like
They don't
it's
have
a,
it
it's a
written either,
connection, yeah.
Well, they do have necklaces. They did have necklaces that represent each one of them,
Oh, okay.
and well, the one for the main one had a crown.
Mhm.
And once, but in this newest season, they had to give it up for something different that so far has not been revealed yet.
Yeah.
Oh, watch out! Spoiler for I mean not spoiler, but like a tease. Look, they even do references for Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes,
You
that's
know, and they the one. This is one of my like when I'm seeing this, it's like freaking. I can't even think of the name right now. You said it earlier. I'm looking at the image and I know I've seen a Big Lebowski. There we go. A Coen Brothers film being referenced in this cartoon show. That's why right here what I'm saying, it's like for the people who obviously make a negative remark is because they don't know. Right? All they hear is pony.
Totally,
They
man.
assume it's for
Ignorance.
girls. And me, I'm seeing this. I'm like, I want to check out this show. I didn't feel that way. I just was like, yeah, I was just more confused. It's kind of like, why are Latinos all into Morrissey in the Smiths? Like, it was always that question.
And Depeche Mode.
yeah. You know, it's like, but they're huge.
We
Like,
cut to next week's episode. Sanchez all bronied out.
like, hey guys, you know, but it's like that was always like that question I had, like, you know, for instance, like that. So that's the type of question I had for this. It's like, yeah, why is it that guys? And I could have just easily watched an episode and be like, well, duh, you know, that's why, because there's so many adult references, like for stuff that's in it. It's almost like a toy. Why people love Pixar. You know why? Especially like the Toy Story films. Like why? Because they make references to jokes that adults like. That's why kids love it because it's like, oh, it's a cartoon in a sense, CG. But adults love these because they do adult humor that adults again. That's why, and that's what I see in this show. It just looks.
It does have a lot of adult humor, but also it does have morals and mostly I think what a lot of people say is that they represent something that a lot of people miss right now, and especially that's something that we need in this world.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I feel you.
And that's like meaning like what? Like what would be
mostly?
Oh, you got to sit closer to the mic.
Oh, sorry.
because no one could hear you.
Yeah, it's like comparing it to what's that? 16 and I'm pregnant or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Or whatever's the
That's
new
the name
thing
of
on.
the show. But 16 and
pregnant or something.
Well, it's mostly like I was saying, it's the morals that this world is missing right now.
Talk more into them, like
Oh,
directly, like right into the mic. Just talk right into it, so make sure it picks you up. Yeah. So it's more. Well, it's friendship, magic, all this happiness, right, or whatever. But it's like, it's one thing that this cartoon, I guess, is teaching. It's what sadly is like what the world is, because there's so much
Negativity in the world.
and then bullying. That's the one thing that's really harsh that's going on right now is bullying, especially in school, and that's why it's like it sucks that all these kids are getting bullied for no reason. Especially if they would have just watched this show, they would be like, holy hell, this show's awesome. It actually has like all these cool references.
Yeah, it has all these cool references, but not every brony started out just like that. How it all started, and I'm pretty sure everyone would say that they
No, we're going back in time.
they made they made fun of the show themselves until one day it said, well, curiosity took their peak and said, okay, watch one episode and see how it is, and after that, okay, let's see what's the next one, and then you end up seeing the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, in reality, that's what people got to think about. I mean, everybody has that one show that either they were talking crap about, making fun of somebody for liking that show, and then you know what, I'm gonna watch it but not tell anybody. And next thing you know, they watch that one episode, and then they get sucked into that one episode. They keep going and going. That happened to me with Doctor Who.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's
I never thought I was gonna be into the show. I was like, man, this seems stupid.
You're wearing
Oh, yeah,
a Doctor Who shirt, and you're the one that said episode 2. You're like, that's too sci-fi. I can't. And you sat through it. Even you got on, because when we did that episode about Doctor Who, even you were like, it's too much. And now you're all into it, and you watch it too. It's like it just happens.
Yeah, just happens, man. You gotta have experience.
I'm sorry, what are we talking about, Doctor Who?
That was a good one. That's something I would have said.
The one show that I would compare, which you're talking about, no, it's Dora the Explorer. I like really enjoyed that show at a certain time. Well, especially when it came out, like I just watched it like all the time. I thought it was hilarious.
Well, many people will find different shows that not a lot of people will understand or like.
Yeah.
For example, Yo Gabba Gabba.
I was about to say that. Yo Gabba Gabba.
It's a good show.
A bunch of adults are into that. There's more adult fan base than there are kids for that show.
I got mad that I didn't see
shows,
DJ
though,
Lance
too.
Rock at Coachella, the
Yeah.
2010 Coachella. I was mad that I didn't get to see him.
It was too early, man.
That's it.
They started it right
Yeah.
at noon, like no one was there.
It's like, hello.
No, I actually saw some pictures of
everybody
people
did.
were there. Yeah, dude.
All the characters were walking.
Yeah. I wish I was there, man. Anyways.
DJ Lance Rock. But yeah, Dora the Explorer. I remember always watching, hearing a bunch of adults. That's why it's like, bitches, why does there have to be so much hate for My Little Pony? I mean, it just sucks. Especially,
you said it already. It's just ignorance. It's just
but it's still that, like, why does it have? I mean, I get it, but I think really what bothers me the most,
the not understanding thing, and I think we'll get into it later on. But I mean, I really feel that that the Bronies documentary should really be pushed out there to watch because it's really informative. It really is, because I had no idea. I mean, I knew of the show.
Well, just
I
on that
didn't really know of the
specific
community
topic.
of it, and then going blind into like what it really is, and to watch it, I was like, oh man, I was really.
it's a positive. Like
Yes,
they do.
it's
Okay, so it's
positive.
not like where it's one sided where we're making fun because someone.
No.
Okay. All right, cool. So it's not like how sometimes like Tosh.0 does stuff and they feature. It's like, okay, that's just making light of it.
I mean,
They're
you
making fun of
get
it.
like in the beginning, it kind of like there's a couple of clips of like not understanding, but boom, it like what I really liked. Kind of going into the review already, but what I really liked that it takes like people like the guys from like different locations of the world that are into the show, and that's what I really liked. And then next thing you know, to learn the community of it and how supportive they are with each other, and I mean, I was pretty amazed by it, and especially Tara Strong. I've always liked her as a person for a voice actor, and then to see how like how much input she puts for the community and for people that that have been struggling through the show.
Yeah,
like that was one thing I respect her so much more.
All right, cool. Well, when we come back, we'll continue talking more Bronies, and we'll get into the awesome community that is the Bronies. Brothers Bear Podcast Live.
Hey guys, we'll be right back with the Brothers Bear Podcast Live, so feel free to stock up on them goodies.
ProTech Carpet Tile and Care provides professional cleaning services for carpet, tile, grout, upholstery, and fine area rugs.
ProTech technicians are professionally trained and certified cleaning and restoration experts.
We specialize in restoring damage caused by heavy soil and odor.
We can remove challenging spots such as coffee, tea, ink, gum, wine, and many more.
We have saved our customers thousands of dollars on new flooring and furniture expenses with our advanced cleaning processes.
Call for a free estimate at 562-447-4300 and visit us on our website, www.myprotectsite.com.
Hey, this is Joe Perez, owner at ProTech. Just reminding you that ProTech Carpet and Tile Care is your professional choice.
Do we have your attention? When it comes to tequila, two things matter: heart and passion. Never compromising integrity for mass production. Number one tequila delivers the goods. Taste the heart and passion of Mexico in every bottle. We make it right. We make it fun. Superior tequila. There's only number one. There's only number one. There's only number one.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra-modern, ultra-clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
Are
you watching the game at home? Why? Come watch it at Mambo Grill, the hottest spot in Downey. You'll have good food, drinks, and a great time at a low price. We have the coldest beer in our sports bar, where you can enjoy the game on any of our huge flat screen TVs. And when your home team wins, you get 25% off anything in Mambo Grill. We're on Downey Avenue, 1 block north of Firestone, or visit us on the web. Mambo Grill, love at first bite.
Brothers Bear Podcast.
Brothers Bear Podcast.
This is Carlos Medrano.
Brothers Bear Podcast.
Give it 4
We're gonna
mics.
song of the week,
Here's
man.
my
Hey,
fingers.
Carlos, Brothers Bear
Yeah, we the
Podcast.
Brother Bears podcast. Yeah, we the 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 Brother Bears podcast.
Movies, comics, TV, television, video games, cartoons, 80s, 90s, 2000s, all about entertainment. Brothers Bear Podcast. That's another episode in the bag. The Brothers Bear Podcast.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
You beat me to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we learned how awesome this show is by all the cool references that we would get, especially if you're a geek. But aside from that, there is awesomeness in this world of the bronies, fandom. So tell us, we had talked a little bit previously. Tell us exactly about this community of fans and how they actually are. It's just not like, oh, I'm a fan and that's it. Like just the awesomeness that they are of the fans.
Well, the community is pretty much separated into many groups. There are fans. There are also musicians that make original music for from the show, or they reference it. There are custom animations. There are games that some people try to make. There are also many art and creative people out there. For me, I'm part of one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm part of the art community of the Brony side.
So you're always just creating art, like illustrating art and all
Yes,
that?
I am into digital and vector art.
Mm-hmm.
So I can resemble the show quality exactly with vector, but that's how I make most of my stuff. But the community can go up to also charities. They have a lot of charities out there. There's
For bronies?
Bronies have a lot of charities that they go out and help like other people. I know there's some for one of the charities is called Bronies for Good. They end up collecting money and they give it to small other organizations that need money. There's also called one, I think it's called Red Hearts Round Out. Is where bronies go once a month or every 6 months, and they go donate blood as a group.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Damn. And it's just like this random fandom that they're like, all right, let's do this as a community, like to give back.
Right.
They get the most crap out of any of the fans out there for something,
But they're the ones that have the most cherished and open hearts. That
Yeah.
the most all the other fans.
That's freaking awesome. Like there was one that you had mentioned that you had gone to a funeral. What was that? Like why? Who was that person? What was the fans doing for that person? You said even Tara Strong was involved in that.
Tara Strong was helping this poor young girl out because she ended up having brain cancer. And her name was Tiffany, but the fans knew her as Kiki. And this young lady, young girl, I'm sorry, she couldn't, like, her family had couldn't pay for the medical. And Tara Strong was a friend of the father because the kids went to the same school.
Oh, okay.
And that's partially how she got involved in this. And after that, she and this is when the Bronies were just starting out. So she put out if any of her fans can help her out. And they made up a web page for her, and they ended up donating money enough to help support her for 3 years.
Damn.
Until she ended up passing away not too long ago. And also, I was invited by the father to attend. Well, he invited all the bronies to attend this
funeral.
yes, this Jewish funeral.
Mhm.
And for me, it was pretty nice. Tara Strong actually was there. Then she gave a small
Like a speech.
yeah small speech to make her for her, and it
And
was
that's
just
awesome.
yeah. And then the father was just I was overwhelmed, especially by the community and the way they just came out, random people out of nowhere, just coming out to support his little
Don't even
daughter.
know this girl.
That's one thing. Like the parents might just like, oh, it's they might have thought it was like a small thing, but to see the impact and to see everybody there, they realize like, oh man, it really is a thing, you know?
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome. See, and that's the one thing like what we're learning now is that, and how probably a lot of people don't know, is that there's like a community of like all these fans who are just stepping up and doing stuff, and like I was saying earlier, they're the one community of fans who are probably bashed more than anybody else, and yet they're not a-holes about it, and they're still giving back and helping out. You know, it's just like there are fandoms like you know, for instance, I mean, it's sad to say, like for instance, there's like a lot of fans like the Believers. A lot of them are just crazy, like they're mean a lot of times on Twitter when someone, you know, where with the bronies, it's like I don't really hear that where it's like they get attacked and then they're not like attacking back. They're like, well, whatever. They're like still like as if the morals of what they learned from the show, they just stick to it, you know, and they still give back, you know, and then doing all this stuff, yet they're the ones that are getting the most hate, you know?
Right, because remember, the bronies are something that's still new.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably like 4 years, probably right now since the show started, and like I said, it did surprise everybody, even the creators of the show.
Yeah.
And it's still one of the ones that are a lot of people see that it's against the norm, apparently.
Yeah. It's the whole gender, basically, gender norms.
Yeah. That's what sucks. The one thing I don't like though, when it comes to because nerds, geeks have always had a tough time throughout the years. They've always you know, if you like something, if you were smart, if you loved reading, you loved comics, this and that, you were constantly made fun of throughout, you know, and now it's more socially acceptable, you know, though still like there are some things that they still get ragged on, you know, if you're into Magic the Gathering, like, oh, look at that dork, look at that nerd. But if you're into Batman, you don't get any crap for it. But the one thing I don't like is when nerds make fun of nerds. Like, it's like nerds already had a tough time, and you should be able to go to a community of other people who are similar in taste of you and stuff that you enjoy, and you shouldn't feel like that odd man out. That one where you feel like you know, trying to go to a convention, like a comic book convention, like, you know, and being able to be like, oh, this is my family because they're all into the same stuff I'm into. But if you're showing up and you're getting ragged on by your own community, that's what sucks. That's the only thing I really hate. Like, I hate bullying in general, people making fun, but when it's in your same community, that's what sucks, you know. It's like, why would that happen? You should be able to come here and feel safe. And I feel like there are certain things that still, you know, get that. Like, you know, you could go to the Comic-Con and you could probably still be made fun of if you're a brony, you know? And I don't know. That's the one thing. Yeah, it's the one thing I hate.
Thought you were safe.
Yeah, you thought you were safe and you're not. And that's the one thing. That's why it's like with those fans, it's like, it sucks, you know? And you should be able to feel safe. Like, you have, like, that's why. Oh, go on.
Do you feel that's the one of the biggest reasons? I mean, I know like every subculture of something has their own con,
right?
But do you feel like the reason why the BronyCon happened so quick was just so maybe they wouldn't have even maybe like at a Comic-Con or whatever, any type of con like outside of the before that appeared, they didn't still feel safe being there?
Well, I guess I'm not sure if that was one of the reasons why. They want to have a safe place where like all it's just fans of the show is going.
Mm-hmm.
But even in still conventions, you still see people dressed as Deadpool. You still see people dressed as Transformers.
At a Brony convention?
At a Brony convention,
Oh,
you
right
still
on.
see people even dressed as game characters.
Yeah. Like
in there.
I think Arvin, like if you show like image like through the number ones, like 1, 2, I know those are like images from like the conventions that you have been at.
Yes.
So yeah, because like if you just go through like, okay, that she's the creator, right?
She's the creator. That's Lauren Faust, and I actually managed to meet her at one of the pony conventions called Equestria LA.
Oh, so wait, was that an actual for bronies, or was that an actual pony? Like
no, that's
or that's just the name of it. Oh, look, see right there, that's a Rainbow Dash, right?
Yes,
because we sell them. See, here's the thing,
and you can see there are male and female Rainbow Dashes.
Yeah, and I know I had posted a similar image of that, and then we sell those plushes at a store where I work at. It's Rainforest Cafe. Yeah, we sell those plushes. You would think like, why are they selling those? But we sell them, and they sell out quick. I couldn't even snap good, but we
got it.
Boom, there we go. They sell out. Man, that's the one item that we have when it comes to plush that we have them in stock. Boom, they disappear quickly. And where was this at? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, this is a BronyCon that it's gonna be coming back in around, I forgot, it was August, I guess.
August?
Yeah, in New Jersey.
That's in New Jersey.
Yeah, it's in New Jersey.
Oh, so is there one locally here?
The one that's local here was Equestria LA.
Oh, okay.
But they're taking a small break this year.
Oh, all right.
And there is one in California, but I think it's called BabsCon. It's all the way in San Francisco right now.
Yeah, BronyCon. See, and that thing. Oh, there you see, he's a serviceman who's a brony.
But that's what a lot of people see right now. It's most military personnel are bronies.
Yeah, that's so true. Actually, now that you're saying that, it just reminds me. A lot of servicemen are actually
I'll get into it later. Never mind.
Oh, okay, yeah. Look at this guy. He's a
Navy pilot.
A Navy pilot, and he's a brony right there. Boom, on his shoulder. And that is that the symbol for just the bronies in general, or is that like one of the characters?
That's one of the characters. That's one of the characters. That's a Rainbow Dash's cutie mark. How they call him?
Oh, okay. Who's like the that's some of the fan art that you could find online.
Yeah.
There's one. What Kim's memorial, right?
Kiki's
memorial. That's the one you did.
Yeah,
so
that's
if you
the one
look,
I did for her.
If you just keep skimming through the art, Arvin, like I know one of them is the one you did for the memorial one. So I think it's. Just keep going.
That's one of the characters.
Sorry, it's because I forgot to drag and drop the. You can just keep going. I'll tell you what. There you go. That one. Kiki's memorial.
Yes.
That's the one you did.
That's the one I did for her, and that's what her OC, how they call him, or original character pony looks like.
And then that's cool. Then even people create their own toys.
Yeah, their own statues, their printed arts, plushies, and even customizable.
Damn. So just like any fandom, like the Trekkies, Trekkers, you got the Star Wars even have really a name? Because I know, like, I love Firefly, and I know but that fandom I always hear like, the brown coats and stuff like that. Like there's a lot, like the cosplay. I mean, it's a crazy thing. It's awesome out there. Like that's why like it sucks that you get made fun of, but like I'm glad that you were able to teach. I didn't want to watch the documentary yet. I wanted just to hear it personally from someone who is a fan, a brony. Who and in class I would see, I'm like, oh look, he has the backpack, he had the buttons. I'm like, oh, he's a fan, and I was just so curious about it because I didn't know.
Secretly, Santos was like.
All right, when we come back, we have more Brothers Bear Podcast Live.
This is the Brothers Bear Podcast Live. We're gonna come back, so please come back. Yo.
Been in an accident? Then you need your vehicle professionally repaired. That's exactly what you get when you bring your vehicle to Greg's Auto Body Repair. Free quotes within minutes. We will provide everything you need for a hassle-free auto body repair, from an accurate estimate to working with your insurance company. We will get your vehicle to its pre-accident condition as soon as possible. Greg's Auto Body has been serving Los Angeles County and local cities since 1970. Call us at 562-789-1300.
The experts know that for pastry, Baker's Bodega has it all. Exclusive brands like Westco Bankmart, Satin Ice, and Pastry Pride. One-on-one day seminars for cake decorating and gelatin art. So for our service, wide range of ingredients and supplies, and for the low prices, Baker's Bodega has it all. But you don't need to be an expert. Baker's Bodega, 7869 Paramount Boulevard in Pico Rivera. Come, we're waiting for you.
Add some crazy flavor to your vape pen. You're looking for something new and exciting in liquid vapor?
Go to Crazy Cloud's e-juice. Find them at burstoflavor.com and try any of the new 12 flavors they have available. Blueberry, mint, raspberry, chocolate, gummy bear, hemp, watermelon, cola, orange, pina colada, coconut, or Red Bully. Call us today at 855-WE-BURST or visit us at burstoflavor.com and order yours today.
The Share Foundation is the health division of the Coy Chiropractic Institute, a 501c3 509A2 public nonprofit organization dedicated to the growth and development of the natural health care services, in particular through the chiropractic profession, offering health services at the Share clinics in the greater Los Angeles area. Your donations can help in expanding these facilities across the nation, research programs, and public education, thus offering a solution to the many of the health challenges we face. Your donations are tax deductible and can be sent through our website at www.sharefoundation.com. That's www.cherfoundation.com by clicking on the donation button. Thank you.
Comics, movies, TV, video games, cartoons, stand-up,
and many more geeky things. This is the Brothers Bear Podcast
live.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, the Brothers Bear Podcast Live. We had a lot of fun talking about, the brony culture, the world of the bronies, and I learned a lot. Like I said, I want to check out the show. It's on, you said, the Hub. So check it on the Hub, I guess Saturday mornings, right?
At 10 o'clock in the morning.
Is it even on Netflix?
Yes, it is.
Oh, there you go, Netflix. Boom, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to watch an episode on Netflix, and next week I'll report on, I'll just post it on Instagram or something.
I'm telling you, flash cut to next week's episode, you're going to be all
I know, I'm be like, yeah. It's going to be like that scene from Cool Runnings. Remember where when the second time they do the track, and this time they're not doing like Eins Freien, they actually do it, and then they do well. So then the following week, remember, he's like, no, there's a lot of fans, going out there. He's like, it looks, I'm in this, and he takes off his jacket. He's like, no, and they have like the stupid, well, it's not stupid, but like the flag on their shirt. Yeah. That's how it's gonna be next week. I'm like, oh, look at me now. I'm in the spirit of I'm Jamaican or whatever, and it's gonna be like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So over this weekend, I watched the movie. I watched Perks of Being a Wallflower. Carlos had reviewed it long ago. This was back in the kitchen days when we used to record out of my kitchen. And he reviewed and I had not seen it until now. And I just got to say, man, like I fell in love with this movie. I almost nearly cried. But there was nothing that really
been like this in the doorway. But
they didn't really have those moments, but it was really good because like it reminded me a lot of high school during because it was like especially my freshman year, because my freshman year, like I was somewhat like I didn't want to join football, but my brother was like, oh, go get tested. And my parents like, yeah, or my mom was like, yeah, you go. And I was like, all right. I didn't really want to play, but I joined more so because my older brother, he's like, you could go get tested right now to make sure you could pass to see if you're drug free or whatever. And obviously I passed, and I got into football. But
is that what they were testing?
What? So I got into football, but during that year, like all my friends were in 8th grade at the time, and like after like we had lunch, all the football players, they would split, and I didn't really connect with anybody, and like I've always felt alone. It wasn't until I saw someone that I knew from school, and I asked him, where the hell are you? He's like, hey. He's like, what are you doing? I wanted to hang out with someone because I always felt like, what do I do? Like, there was no one I really related with. And then he's like, oh, we're going to a room where they show movies and I ended up spending my whole freshman year watching the whole Star Wars trilogy. Like, that's all I did. And I felt like somewhere where I connected and I played. And then my friends in the following year, and I always hung out with them, but that's what I felt like in this movie. There's that kid where he's all by himself. He's literally the wallflower, it's like that term. And then he finally meets these people and he becomes all close, like friends with them, and that becomes like he feels like he's a part of something because he has these friends, even though it's a small group of people. Like still he feels like he's accepted in something. And I was like, man, it's like that's how I feel like everybody is. There's always like everyone always feels alone, but then once you find that friend, that another person that where you could connect, it's like that's where you could feel like you relate. And then also too, it deals with bullying and stuff, because you got the guy who, you know, he's gay and he gets made fun of. You know, you have the other one who's afraid to come out because he's in football because of, you know, his father. Like, he can't openly be gay because he's gonna be, so he has to hide it, in which he ends up being an a-hole later on in the movie. You know, he's
spoiler.
Yeah, I mean it's been out for years,
No,
but like, what's the main character, the kid?
Charlie.
Charlie. At one point, the teacher gives him a book, and the girl to the left, I think she turns, like she does turn, and I think she calls him like a fag or something.
No,
like.
she it's like right in the beginning. Right in the beginning, because he has like advanced English, and like he has like the he's dialogue in his head, where it's he's like, I'm glad that I could finally be with people that appreciate, you know, fine art or whatever. And he has like his folder out, and the girl next to her like sees like, and that's what she says, "Nice trapper keeper, faggot," and then that's it.
Well, there's a later scene later on where
the
she
scene.
gives him the book, and then that's what sucks.
No,
it's
no,
like,
she asked if he did the book report.
Oh yeah,
and then that's when they get him.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, it's like, what the hell, like, you know, and that's what sucks. Like right there, he's like, oh, finally, you know, I feel like I can feel accept, and then he gets made fun of because he reads. You know, he likes reading, and it's like, okay, and then that's why, like, it's like, wow, it's like, that's why, like, I wanted to bring up like the whole bullying and stuff, like it happens, but this movie, it's like, I don't know, it's just like I really, really fell in love with this movie, and also too, aside from the whole like the negative part, like there's stuff that like in high school, like there's a scene where they because you said you haven't seen it, right?
Oh yeah, I haven't
like
seen
there's a scene where they're playing, they turn on the radio, and Heroes by David Bowie pops up, and then they're like, oh my gosh, who is this? And it always reminds me of like when you're in high school. It always feels like in high school is that time when you start to find music. To you, it's been out for years, but to you, it's new. Like I remember when I found Pink Floyd's The Wall, and I'm like, wow, what is this? This is awesome. And that's where like I'm watching this and it related, because I was like, at first in my head, I'm like, stupid kids don't even know what this song. I'm like, well, duh, because they're young, they don't know. And also, it takes place in the early '90s. But
Early
I'm like,
90s, I was gonna say what time frame, because there's a lot of '80s songs. in
Yeah,
the soundtrack.
it's early '90s. It's actually, I think it's supposed to take place like '91 or so. So like, you know,
alright.
close to like the '80s. But yeah, and it's cool because everybody. I always feel junior high is that point where you're gonna where it takes off, where you're gonna end up traveling in life, because when you're elementary, most elementaries, all your years.
I mean, the way I know where you're going with this. The way I've always seen it is like sixth grade, you're still who you are with because you're depending, because some elementaries went up to sixth grade
and fifth, you know,
but for me, my middle school was sixth, seventh, and eighth, and now around where we live, middle school is now only two years, which is weird. Like, but yeah, so it's like seventh and eighth, but still. So like when I went to middle school, it was sixth grade, but I felt like all your friends that you had in elementary were you're all still together, but then now because you have so many classes, everyone just kind of starts going their own way, and yeah, that's when you start developing who you become and who your friendship
Exactly.
like. Who's going to be your friends for practically either those 3 years, 2 years, and then who might be there till you get to high school, and once again, same rotation happens.
That's what happened to me. And throughout like elementary and stuff, I liked rock music. Like rock music, I loved it. But all my friends were into like hip hop and all this and that. So I would just be like, oh yeah, I like that too. But in reality, I loved rock music. Like it wasn't until 7th grade where I knew I learned of this. I had him in class, home ec. And he loved, like, he always wore a Depeche Mode shirt, had a leather jacket, and everybody always made fun of him because he wore a leather jacket, like, the music he was into. And I thought this kid was cool, like, oh, dude, he likes what I like. And I started hanging out with him and 2 other guys, and we were called, like, the K-Rockers, and it was me and 3 other guys. It was just 4 of us. And I left all my other friends behind. They ended up being, like, breakers. They're all into breakdancing at that time. And I left them, and that's where I was like, you know, screw it. This is what I like. And junior high really leads you to what you're going to end up usually liking throughout. And then I always liked rock, and then that's when my friends came into the school, and then after that, it's like, you know, Shweddy, I ended up meeting him afterwards. Why? Because we related with music. He's like, I like 9 Inch Nails. Me too. We had the same sense of humor, and we started cracking jokes, man.
My best friend.
Yeah, it was just like that. Like, it was seriously that. I was like, dude, this guy's awesome. I remember we just started busting, cracking up, but it was the main thing that brought us together was 9 Inch Nails. Like, we were like, oh my gosh, it's like freaking, that's what we ended up loving. Like, oh, dude, this is awesome. You
Good
know,
old Trent Reznor bringing us all together.
yeah, dude, it's you know, but it's just like that's what I loved about this movie because it's so true when like the love that you know they're making mixtapes. I made mixtapes when I was in you know in high school and stuff. Like my then girlfriend, she's like, oh, I have all these Depeche Mode songs on tape. Oh, they're rare beats. Whoa, this is crazy. I gotta get them, and I would make them. And I remember Carlos, you would get that, you know, music. So it's like Perks of Being a Wallflower is a really, really good movie, especially if you were a wallflower in high school. I think you'll seriously like relate to this movie. There's a total different storyline that happens within the story of stuff, and then you know it's still a great movie, but the whole school atmosphere, the gaining friends, developing friends, all that awesomeness that happens in high school.
Was this directed by John Hughes?
No. But the guy who did the movie was inspired by The Breakfast Club. He said it was The Breakfast Club.
Coming of age king.
And also too, I mean, the one thing that I did like is that it's as close as possible to the book. It's just toned down. The book's more. They cleaned up the book. That's all it is. But it really is spot on.
Do you know that the author also wrote the script, also directed the movie? It's the first time in history. I was reading that was the first time that's ever happened. That the author of the book also wrote the screenplay and also directed the movie.
I didn't even know about
that.
that.
And then the
I wonder how you felt about the movie version.
I know. He's like, damn it, you know. He did change something that was different from the book. One thing that he felt that he's like it makes better for the movie was there is a scene where Hermione's on back of the truck. She's on back of the truck, and that's the song that they're doing. They're doing "Heroes" by David Bowie. He's like, "We can be heroes," or the Wallflowers. You know, hence this. Remember the whatever. Anyways,
this here shows that it's the David Bowie version.
Yeah. It's I was just making a reference that you know the Wallflowers. Later on he did that song a cover version. Yet the Perks of Wallflower. Yeah. Anyways, the original song in the book is "Landslide" by Fleetwood Mac, but he felt that when they filmed that scene, he's like in the editing part was like, okay, I need something that is just Landslide is too soft, too mellow. Like I need something that really. And it worked out. Yeah, so
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, so he ended up choosing, Heroes by David Bowie. And I mean, he even said that he chose Hermione from her role as Hermione because that one scene where Ron, I think it's in the first part of the last movie where Ron gets all pissed off and leaves her and she feels all heartbroken.
Oh, when Hermione and Harry are dancing?
Yeah. But you know how he leaves all mad and she leaves him? It was that.
I'll talk about Brody's. You making fun of me by Harry Potter?
I was all very touched by your story here, and then
when this guy brings up Harry, like, get out of here! Yeah. But yeah, he said there was that scene that really like I want her for the movie. I mean, it's well done, well acted. Shweddy, you haven't seen it? Seriously, watch it. If I had to give it a rating, it's like it's not gonna be like what's that movie 2012 where like I really enjoy that movie, but for the terribleness. But this movie is actually one like Shawshank status for microphones. Yeah, for Batman Batarangs or something. So anyway, all right, we'll be back with Carlos's movie review.
Podcast, we'll be right back. No, seriously, where you going? Come back, please.
The experts know that for pastry, Baker's Bodega has it all. Exclusive brands like Westco Bankmark, Satin Ice, and Pastry Pride. One-on-one day seminars for cake decorating and gelatin art. So for our service, wide range of ingredients and supplies, and for the low prices, Baker's Bodega has it all. But you don't need to be an expert. Baker's Bodega, 7869 Paramount Boulevard in Pico Rivera. Come, we're waiting for you.
Been in an accident? Then you need your vehicle professionally repaired. That's exactly what you get when you bring your vehicle to Greg's Auto Body Repair. 3 quotes within minutes. We will provide everything you need for a hassle-free auto body repair, from an accurate estimate to working with your insurance company. We will get your vehicle to its pre-accident condition as soon as possible. Greg's Auto Body has been serving Los Angeles County and local cities since 1970. Call us at 562-789-1300.
Add some crazy flavor to your vape pen. You're looking for something new and exciting in liquid vapor? Go to Crazy Cloud's e-juice. Find them at burstoflavor.com and try any of the new 12 flavors they have available. Blueberry, mint, raspberry, chocolate, gummy bear, hemp, watermelon, cola, orange, pina colada, coconut, or Red Bully. Call us today at 855-WE-BURST or visit us at burstoflavor.com and order yours today.
Brothers Bear Podcast.
Brothers Bear Podcast. Here.
This is Carlos from Toronto.
Hey, Brothers Bear Podcast.
Give it 4 mics.
Song of the week for you.
Hey, Carlos.
Brothers Bear
Yeah, we the
Podcast.
Brother Bears podcast. Yeah, we the 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 Brother Bears podcast.
Movies, comics, TV, television, video games, cartoons, 80s, 90s, 2000s, all about entertainment. Brothers Bear Podcast. That's another episode in the bag. The Brothers Bear Podcast.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Brothers Bear Podcast.
Live.
Always.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I talked about my little. They came up with it on my skate. It's from 0 to 4 tiers. You know,
Tears of a Clown.
Yeah. Well, it didn't make me cry though. So, but like,
It almost did.
yeah, it almost did. But like,
But I mean, it seems lately like every movie you talk about.
yeah.
You're like,
All right. In the tier category, from not making me cry to making me cry 4, this one I would have to give it 1 tier. Doesn't mean it's bad, you know, but like we have to give it 2 ratings.
Tearjerker effect.
Yeah, the 2 ratings, like, you know, Iron Giant, that gave me a 4 because it made me cry. Up, a 4, made me cry. You know, every movie's a 4, but this one, like, it almost got me to cry. But yeah, but you know, but if in the scale of like Carlos's like microphone, you know, 4 mics. So watch it. But now it's time for Carlos to review. Let's travel back to the brony world and for Carlos's movie review.
No song. I'll do it on my own. Wait, do me an intro song.
It's the movie review. But Carlos is a movie review.
That's like Tom Waits, man. That's the Tom Waits version.
The piano.
Anyways, I finally came around watching Bronies, the extremely unexpected adult fans of My Little Pony.
Ooh.
As I said earlier in this episode, I've been wanting to watch this documentary since it popped up on Netflix. I was always curious how I came across this.
Movie reviews by Carlos
Better late than never,
Medrano.
as I always say.
When did it come out?
I don't know. When did it actually come out?
The documentary was, I think it just been released sometime last year.
It was like late last year, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How I came across this documentary, it was actually how I first got
It
introduced.
says initial release 2012.
2012,
Okay.
yeah, summer.
Conan did a bit on it. And that's how I came across what Bronies was. I didn't know what it was until I was watching Conan one night, and then they did a bit about the Bronies documentary. He did it in his monologue, and then they did the beginning of, they showed the beginning interview clips of Bronies, but then they threw in Andy in there. Like he was being interviewed for the Bronies documentary. And I thought that was pretty funny. And I was like, wait, what is this? And that's when I kind of started searching what Bronies was. And after that, I totally forgot. And then one day when I went onto Netflix, I saw it was on there. I put it on my queue. I was like, I'm going to watch it. And I totally forgot. And then since we were going to be talking about Bronies today, I figured, I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch it as soon as I get home from school. I really did like this documentary. You guys know me for loving documentaries, and this is one that I really liked. One, I really felt that was informative, not just because like, oh, it's teaching us how like, what, not only is it telling you like, oh, what it is, but you also learn the community of it, you know. And one thing, like I said, as I was going off of Tara Strong earlier, to see how supportive she is, and especially like how she was for the child. Not only that, she was there for like, I think 2 or 3 kids in the.
She has been in many, or tried to help out as many people as she can.
And like I see that she's like very into the community. She's there for like the cons, and she's there for anybody. Like honestly, like anybody that feels like isolated and everything like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure if the moment she would find out or anything like that, she would help out in any way. Like that's one thing I did like a lot, that this community really helps out each other. and I don't really see that with any other type. Like I'm pretty sure, maybe I'm not too aware of any of the other ones, but it seems like this one really helps out each other. I mean, like how you kind of I don't really know much about the believers, but they seem all crazy from what the media shows it.
Yeah.
And what you see with the bronies, yeah, right in the beginning it talks about how. Like the media's like, oh, I don't want no My Little Pony in my TV. Take that off my screen. It's like they don't even know it. And when like how I said earlier, what I like is that it touches from adult, like the interviews from different adults all over the world. But then I think there's like 2 or 3 kids that they interview as well. And then one of them, he's trying, like you have the kid explaining like how he got into it. Like that's all it is. Like it really how they started getting into it and where they are into it. Where they are at, and one of them how it explains from him telling his mom and his dad, and like you get the reactions of how it's like, well, and then the outcome later on, like
well, I think it's one of the reasons why not a lot of people also they don't really express themselves because they can't know how to explain that you're a brony and you like this show, and most parents will not accept it or. They will think something's wrong,
and that's where you get also too like the sense of like the whole the term of the closet brony. What I really thought was cool because like these kids that are talking about it, I'm like, I mean, it's just like any show, but I think yeah, of course, because the term My Little Pony. I mean, it will. I thought that was cool. Like at the I've never seen an episode, but at the end of it, they do like a recap of what they've learned, right?
Yes.
And I think that's one thing that kids should really be pushed on. Like, look, this is what you learned today. Don't just forget like the entertainment aspect of it, but then also here's the reality of what this episode was about. It's like throwing it in your face, right?
In a way.
In a way. But I mean, the inspiration of it from people that watch us, the inspiration for like creativity. That was one cool thing that I thought, like, yeah, you're part of the art subculture of that. The music genre of the bronies, I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, what I really liked about the cons is that, yeah, they being able to express themselves and be free to be who they are and what they want to be, you know? And what I really liked is when they were talking to, I mean, I think that was her, but one of the girls that had the cancer, she was in the documentary, and I like how she was talking about when she was watching the show that she felt happy again, and it made her forget about everything. Like for that moment while watching the show, she felt good for herself, and she hadn't felt like anything like that in a while. But the show made her forget her state of where she's at, and it's like, if you have a show that's doing that for you, why are you bagging on it? Like,
yeah, damn, that's true. That
like,
sucks, man.
let the show do what it's supposed to do and let it entertain you. Like, and and that was one. And then the other one where, yeah, Tara Strong went to one of the little boys' house. I think he was already kind of like on the last states, and she went over, gave him all this stuff and all this merch, and just that impact of that child and having Tara Strong right next to him and like them hugging each other, like. It's not just the now that I see it, it's not just the community of it, but also
the show staff is actually pretty into this community.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I really respect the show. I mean, I've never, like I keep saying, I've never seen the show, but I respect the show for what it is now, of the creators, the voice actors, and everyone behind it, because they're supportive for what they have. They're not dissing anybody. They're there for everybody, and if any. I mean, there's been shows I've been into. Yeah, they're there for like certain people. Like, yeah, you'll get them for like Q&As and stuff. But outside of that, are they there for half of everybody that's into it?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Is that from the movie?
Yeah, that's the little boy. That's the one I was talking about. And
really quickly, the image before was a Conan O'Brien one.
Oh,
it was a serious moment, so I was like, I saw it, but I didn't, you know. But now. Yeah, was that on the show on Conan O'Brien? Did they show that, or is that just someone created that?
Someone might just
that might have been someone created it.
Okay.
Or maybe that was a long time ago when I saw that episode.
That's pretty clean.
But I mean, one thing too is that it gives people like, one of the guys that's interviewed, he has like social anxiety.
He's Tara Strong right there,
and he's afraid, like he has a. not Asperger's. It's some, you know, what guy I'm talking about in that document. There's like,
I can't remember.
there's a guy that like, yeah, he's social anxiety. He can't be out.
Oh, okay.
And he goes to the BronyCon, and you could see him like totally different. He's outgoing. You could see him out of his comfort zone, and he's just having the time of his life. Right before the end of the con, he's like fist pumping like everybody. He's like going in like a whole line and just like pounding it with everybody. It's just like, you see that it takes people out of their social norm, like for their norms, and then making them be who they're not. Like it gives them so much
or technically allows them to be normal in the sense of society. Like, oh, he's normal, you know, where
and like that guy, the reason why he got into the show even more is because he related to a lot of these characters. A lot of these things that he had in him were in the characters, and then his mom was kind of like against like the show, but then she started watching the show, and then she realized like my son's personality is almost in all of these characters. Like she felt that was like, do the writers know my son?
That's cool.
And after that, she was like she accepted it. Like I really, that's one thing that I did like, that it was just you find out a lot of information aside from just what it is, from what it was, the bronies. Like I mean, yeah, you think that there's people that it's not just like, are they, you know, these guys like kids or something like that, or like,
or how Fox, I know Fox made fun of bronies a lot, calling them man children.
Yeah, man children, that, or like, are these people gay or anything like that? And you learn that none of them are really. They love the show. And then going back to the military,
right?
There was one thing that they had a special military lunch for the bronies, and of course Tara Strong's there and giving them all like wrist bands and everything, and she was just, I mean, yeah, they were supportive for the military, buying them like a big lunch and everything, and it's just, how can you hate something that's supportive with everybody?
Yeah.
Like that.
What the hell? Yeah, that's so freaking true. Damn, this documentary. Arvin, can you let us know when we have a minute left? Just because, like, I don't know, unless it's 13. But damn, man.
I'm on 1 minute?
Oh, we're at the minute. Okay, go for it. I'll stop.
Or
the microphone, I guess. Just the rating.
Honestly, just because how informative it was, and it just like it made me open my eyes for many things, and not just with that, but any subculture of like other things that I've either probably like, that looks stupid, but now I understand a lot of it.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I could take this, watching this, I can take this to put it to anything else and respect anything else. So I have my eyes opened up a lot for that community. I didn't know anything of it going in, and now to know the people behind it, it's just like my hat to them. So I mean, four is fine with me.
4 mics?
Yeah.
Awesome. So there you go. 4 mics for Carlos's review. Damn, that is a good one.
Man, we're all bronies.
Yeah, man.
In the heart.
We are. Friendship is magic. Boom.
Friendship is rare.
You know what I'm saying. Friendship is rare. All right, so there you go. So, Shweddy, that means you're gonna watch it.
Yeah,
it's
totally,
more than
man.
It's more than 3.5 mics. All right, when
Pirate
we come
Bay,
back,
here I come.
Shweddy's song of the week when we return on the Brothers Bear Podcast live.
This is the Brothers Bear Podcast live. We're gonna come back, so please come back. Yo.
Number one. Number one.
Is that a stutter or as high as you can count?
I was ordering number one.
Everybody's asking for number one.
Great, another fancy bottle.
These guys are true artists. Never compromise integrity. They make tequila
Come
in the
on.
fashion. Never mass produced.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying have the number one. Anything less is number two. Number one, tequila. Do we have your attention? When it comes to tequila, 2 things matter: heart and passion. Never compromising integrity for mass production. Number one tequila delivers the goods. Taste the heart and passion of Mexico in every bottle. We make it right. We make it fun. Superior tequila. There's only number one. There's only number one. There's only number one.
What's wrong? I can't stop craving a cigarette. I just quit. Hey, what are you smoking on?
Oh, this? Best e-juice on the planet. Burst of flavor, of course.
What's that?
Only the best alternative to smoking with a great flavor. It has a burst of flavor in every puff.
Well, does it have nicotine?
It comes in different levels, including 0. They have 20 flavors and more coming. All the products are made in the U.S. Check them out at www.burstoflavor.com. rantcall.com or call them at 855-WE-BURST.
Hey, let's burst together.
It's not just flavor, it's an experience. Cigarettes, you've met your match.
Comics, movies, TV, video games, cartoons, stand-up,
and many more geeky things.
This is the Brothers Bear Podcast
live. Nothing, tra-la-la.
Time backs.
Before it's too late.
I'm back.
Oh man, I haven't seen that movie since we talked about it.
It's been airing here and there, and I've been watching it every single time.
Yeah, it's on.
The Echo.
Mhm.
Nothing. Tra la la.
Tra la la.
All right. It's the last segment, song of the week time.
Yeah, it's time for Shorty's.
It's a Bronies remix song.
Yeah.
This is dedicated to the bronies, all the bronies out there in the world.
Shorty's song of the week theme. Where's it at?
Um,
Oh, dude, that's
There you go, right? Who's that, dude? Do you know who that is? No, you don't.
You got to say it the right way though.
Huh?
What do you know about Prince?
What do you know about Prince? What you know about Prince?
Love Prince. There we go. Boom.
I dare you. It's time for Shweddy's Song of the Week.
Yeah.
I like that picture. 'Cause he's pointing with authority.
You, I will waffle you. That's what me and Caesar used to think it said.
Yeah, I remember you said that. It's one of your favorite stories.
Yeah.
It's your favorite Prince stories.
Hell yeah, dude, because I would waffle you, man.
Oh man, you know I'm putting that song at the at a segue.
Yeah, dude.
Except I'll dub in waffle for you.
I like waffles.
I like waffles. My son loves waffles, man. He's all obsessed over waffles.
Oh, really?
He's a waffle man right now. My wife's all like, eggs? You want eggs for breakfast? He's all, waffles? Like,
Now,
bacon?
Are they made
With
waffles
waffles?
or egos?
Huh?
Are they
No, waffles, man. G-style, man, with the...
That's
the
racist.
Batter? Yeah, the batter. The batter.
The batter?
And the syrup.
That's racist.
And banana, split banana. And some strawberries. Lush,
So
dude.
you go all out then. It's
And
not
then,
just like, here, put it in the toaster. No, you
It's
make them.
Shweddy's breakfast of the week.
That's racist.
The sugar powder, powdered sugar.
Yeah.
Right, some cinnamon on top. A little garnish right at the tippy top with some butter.
Yeah.
Butter. All right. This week's song of the week is going to a band that I listened to recently, and I was like, "Oh, you guys are awesome!" And they play indie rock and punk rock.
What?
And it's post-punk revival. That means it's coming back. That means it was gone, and then they brought it back, and then that was gone, and then they're bringing that back.
Just like the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park.
Exactly. They're a band from New York. They haven't done much.
New York City.
Their EP, their first EP that came
No
out
one
was
got that?
super awesome.
No one got that.
Mm-mm.
Never mind.
We got it, man. Who doesn't get that one?
Don't worry. Someone...
Carlos doesn't get it. You keep going, dude. I'll explain at the end of the show.
Never mind.
Meow.
There's
Meow.
the salsa. Picante sauce.
Picante?
Remember that?
What was it again?
Is it picante? Well, that's what they would say in the commercial, picante, but I was picante. But
It was
right?
supposed to be some kind of dressing or something.
It was a salsa.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, this stuff was made in New York City. And be like, New York City! And then pace. It was pace. Anyways, go on, dude.
Yeah,
That
right.
was-
It was like early 90s, right?
There's people at home laughing right now.
All right, yeah. Everyone's taking off. It's like, that's it, folks. Yes, they're from New York. New York City!
Oh, now everybody laughs.
Oh, man. That was funny. Where'd you get that joke from? You remember that commercial?
It's a
back
reference,
in...
right?
I remember,
Yeah,
that.
back
I
then.
remember that reference.
Hold on here. I said it first, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
It was hilarious. That commercial. This band called Parquet Courts, right? They're from New York. New York City!
Oh, man, it's funny every time Shorty says that.
So yeah, Parquet Courts, man. Parquet Courts. What can I say about these guys? They're spelled ParquetCourts. That's pretty much what I know about these guys. That's how to spell their name. And they got a record. they got an EP that was super awesome, and then they came out with a record.
Paste pecani sauce is made in San Antonio with fresh vegetables and spices by people who know what pecani sauce is supposed to taste like.
This stuff's made in New York City.
New York City!
There you go.
Get a rope. Pick up the original pecani sauce.
Yeah, pecani. See?
Pecani.
They say pecani.
Pecani sauce. So this band called Parquet Courts from New York City, Brooklyn based. Oh, they play some punk rock, right? How many times am I gonna go through that? And how much time?
Yeah, how much time we got, Arvin?
Indie rock, post punk revival. That's okay. I can run with this pretty good.
Did he say 7 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So post punk revival. I always trip out on that one. I'm like, man, like it was after when it happened, and then it was lost, and then it was brought back up again. I'm falling asleep. Oh, I'm loving this. Okay, so they came out with this record called Light Up Gold. And it's pretty awesome. It reminds me of like Talking Heads, but more punkish. And they have something to say.
Early Talking Heads, because they were punk.
Yeah, they were like art rock to me, and they never really punked out too hard.
In the very beginning, though, they were punk. Then they turned to
very
their
art rocky,
Psycho
though.
Killer.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean, but to me, I'm still like, meh. You know, that's Smith's punk, which is not really punk, you know?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, I get you. Never
Right?
mind.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
All right.
completely.
Yeah, that's the track too.
Teach the world things to find paradise.
It's called Master of My Craft. It's the first track out of this record, which is great, man. I just love it, dude. I'm just like,
I like
doing
it.
like 2-3 lines before I rock out to this. And they are awesome, so check it out. I'm gonna post it on Facebook. I swear this time.
Has that good like garage?
Yeah. Very broken down. Like, not. It sounds, you know.
Oh yeah, there's no electronics at all.
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Which I've been playing heavily recently. I know because it's just those are the times, and I think that this is not much of it is focused right now. Although I did hear some records recently that are bringing back that type of style too, like Bruce Springsteen or Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. But they sound really good. This one group called what is it? War on Drugs. War on Drugs. pretty neat stuff. Another group too that is bringing like that new wave style back too with the post punk feel to it, but I forgot the name of it, so I'm not gonna say that one.
You bring it up and you're like,
yeah, I know. And I got another one for you, man, with synths.
Oh, watch
80s
out!
style,
What we got here?
And it's like it reminds me of what's that one guy? Bela Lugosi's dead.
Oh, okay, Peter Murphy.
Yeah, there we go. He's like, like that. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can't wait. Probably use the song of the week one time.
All right, I
if
wanna
they're
hear
if
that.
they're worthy enough.
Yeah,
a
they're
couple more
worthy.
listens.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You gotta be like, hold on, let me see.
No, hold on a second. I'm not gonna promote something I really, don't really like.
Yeah, because this is a lot for you, huh? Because if you're giving the audience a song, it's because this is like your.
Because I really enjoyed
believing
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
you really like.
And with
you're not
that
gonna
said,
give crap.
with that said, this record is really good. It's really fast. It's like less than half an hour.
Damn.
15 tracks. Yeah, they really punch right through it. I have a lot of different styles.
Yeah.
And techniques that they use that I really enjoy. It's really delicious punk rock music.
Yummy.
Sounds tasty. Dude.
And the first song off of this track is called Masters of My Craft, and it's a really good song. It reminds me a lot of Talking Heads, and that's why I picked it, because I love Talking Heads.
Where are they from again?
They're from Brooklyn based, which is New York City.
New York City.
Oh, I love this band though. So check them out if you can. If you can't, just go on our Facebook and the links will come up. Hopefully, magically.
Yeah, awesome. Cool.
And yes, it's really brony friendly stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
Where we at on time, Arvin? 2 minutes?
We got 5.
Oh, 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes.
All right.
Awesome.
Let's brony
3
it
minutes.
up at the end.
Other than that, featured guest Greg of Tokyo Police Club, drummer of Tokyo Police Club, will be a featured guest next month. He was actually scheduled for today, but due to timing issues, We had to reschedule, but you can pick up their newest album coming out tomorrow or whenever you listen
And
to
they're
it.
touring too, right?
Yes,
So
they're
they're gonna
touring
be
as
around
well.
the area.
Tickets for the Echoplex is already sold out, but they're having a show at the Observatory in Santa Ana.
I heard it was out for a while now. 'Cause it just came out officially recently.
Yeah,
right?
it came out officially. It's coming out officially tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
But it
Oh,
leaked
there
out.
we go,
it leaked out earlier this month.
Okay,
cool. So
yeah,
there
it
you
was
go.
really good too. I enjoyed it. Real different pace, like
Yeah,
you were
I told you
mentioning.
there's a nice change
Real
of
Pace?
poppy.
New York City.
Change of
Nice.
pace. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to go back.
The pun man here.
Yeah, I know. You got me. You missed the best pun ever. You were gone.
No, I was there.
You heard it.
I was like, I'm glad I didn't walk in for that one.
Yeah, so there you go. That's a teaser for, what was it from Tokyo Police Club? What was his name? I forget.
Oh, Greg.
Greg from Tokyo Police Club. Once again, thank you to our guests to educating us about, My Little Pony show, Friendship is Magic, and the Brony community of how awesome it is. I'm going to honestly check out the show.
Yeah, so am I actually.
Yeah, seriously, because of everything. So thank you once again
No problem.
for coming in and just, basically, educating us, So awesome.
Seems like a good show though, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how everybody started out. Just curiosity and just kept going.
Yeah, exactly. And down with ignorance. If you're ignorant, just don't talk, please.
Exactly. So yeah. So before we head out, I'm not sure where we at on time, because I don't.
2 minutes.
That's it. All right. So to end off in from the year 2012. Right now we are alive, and in this moment, I swear we are infinite. That's another episode in the bag.